Vacation constipation is a real thing. Have you ever traveled, got constipated, got gassy, bloaty, you were doing things and all of a sudden you couldn't poop anymore just from traveling, just from getting on a plane? Is this actually a real thing? Does it happen? And who's it happened to? That's what I want to talk about briefly. What's actually brought that up is on the trip I'm on right now with a group of people in Calcutta, and we're traveling around Italy. A lot of people have actually gotten travel constipation. They actually got blocked up. People actually couldn't join us because they were so blocked up. So what is that? What's the deal? Well, first of all, when you travel, you get a big toxin hit on a plane, eating airline food. Actually, I personally can't eat airline food because I get pretty sick from it. But also you get a big toxin hit, formaldehyde, volatile organic solvents, fire retardants. People forget that all this stuff is actually you're exposed to when you travel. And so also your food changes. And when your food changes, it changes your gut microbiome, or the bacteria in your gut that actually affect how you process foods. And so again, you travel, you eat new foods, all of a sudden you're getting constipated, you're gassy, you're bloated, you feel kind of weird. So what are some things you can do to help counteract some of that? First thing is activate charcoal can be really nice to help with some of the gas and the bloating and other issues that you get when you get vacation constipation. I really like activate charcoal because not only does it bind up the endotoxins that are naturally in your GI tract, but it also binds up other toxins you're exposed to. So for example, if you're in a plane, all the stuff you're getting exposed to, it helps your liver detoxify better. So that's one of the cool things about activated charcoal. The other thing to keep in mind is you can use some things that can help really quickly. Things like anti-gas, Gas-X, kind of things can help with your symptoms acutely. But personally, I found activated charcoal to be more beneficial, quicker. But again, Gas-X is a pretty easy thing to do. Other thing is once you get to your destination, what are some things you can do to help detox? Making sure you have a bowel movement. I personally like buffered vitamin C. One of the reasons why I'm really a big fan of buffered C because not only does it increase glutathione production, it can also help with your bowel movements. If you get a really good buffered C, it can actually be used for vitamin C flush when you get to your destination to help clear out your GI tract. It also helps offload a lot of toxins and chemicals you get exposed to. And personally, when I travel, part of my hydration is actually using buffered C in my mix of things to help with my electrolytes, using a little bit of potassium, magnesium, a little bicarb, and all of a sudden, you're literally detoxifying in the morning. Another thing is electrolytes and minerals. One of the things people forget about when they travel a lot, they tend to get dehydrated in flight. And one of the side effects of dehydration is constipation. So just drinking plenty of fluids with electrolytes can make a big difference with constipation, vacation constipation. The third thing I want to think about, just fiber. Bring along some psyllium, pectin, larch bark, arabinogalactans, whatever your favorite fiber is. That can be super nice to have just because the extra fiber can actually help with giving the right kind of food to the bacteria to the new location so you can keep your bowels moving. But personally, the best things are some kind of binder, activated charcoal, anti-gas, like simethicone, and then adding electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, with buffered C in your water and drinking that the first couple of days. And then personally, I just keep on doing that throughout because one of the big things with traveling is you don't drink enough water, affects you, you get constipated, and just keeping adequate fluids, electrolytes, will actually help with the whole detoxification process. And one thing people don't talk about is dehydration in travel increases your chance of getting infected. What do I mean by that? Part of your secretions in your respiratory tract require adequate hydration for you actually to stay, for your mucus. It's called mucociliary transplant, which is just the mucus and stuff in your sinuses to actually do what they're supposed to do. If you are not well hydrated, then all of a sudden you're actually more prone to when you get exposed to things, to not clear them. And you also personally actually aerosolize things easier when you're dehydrated, which is really kind of interesting. So you're more likely to spread stuff when you're dehydrated and more likely to get stuff when you're dehydrated. So just staying hydrated with electrolytes, potassium, magnesium citrate, buffered C, concentrates, whatever your combination cocktail is, can have a massive impact on detoxification, keeping your bowels movement, using extra buffered C in the morning to keep them moving, and hydration stats. So vacation constipation is real. The group we're traveling right now in Italy, and it's amazing how many people are dealing with that very thing right now. And they actually asked me to talk about it because this is super common when you travel. So take care and talk to you soon.